Minnesota's North Shore celebrates its beauty. But with it, on occasion, comes the beast.
Expect slick and hazardous winter driving conditions with restricted visibility through tonight.
3 inches of new snow? Barely worth a raised eyebrow in 2 harbors. But this...
Storm total amounts exceeding 3 feet.
It is rare, even for here.
Even Lake County Sheriff Kerry Johnson can't help but be impressed.
It gets to the point where it's like, where do you put it?
Somewhere in that cloud is Lyle Shapersky, blowing out his driveway for the 2nd time.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about our pipes freezing under the ground. Got to look at the bright side.
In the Twin Cities, we might complain about 3 feet of this. But for Dixie Bar and Grill, an early Christmas gift.
It's been a while since we've had this much snow in December.
Owner Deanna Larson sees 3 feet of snowmobiler bait.
Actually, January, February, March can be our largest months in business if we have the right snow.
The gale warning that remains in effect.
This beast of a snowstorm is a beauty.
This is the perfect snow.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, 2 Harbor.
Now to that bitter blast of cold and snow wreaking havoc across the country. At least 10 people have been killed, and there is another storm right behind this one. Mark Potter is in Memphis this morning with the very latest. Tough conditions there, Mark. Good morning.
Good morning. Because of the cold temperatures overnight, and this is what I'm talking about, you can see and even hear the ice on these now brittle plants. Memphis has had to change its weekend plans. It was scheduled to host a big marathon here with some 20,000 runners coming here to raise money for St. Jude's Hospital, but because of the icy conditions overnight, they've had to cancel that race, and several Christmas parades have also been postponed. Now, this early winter blast has been felt around the country, starting out west in Oregon. Very heavy snows there snarled traffic and caused traffic jams. In California, growers are now assessing whether there has been any appreciable damage to the citrus crop. There, a $12 billion crop that they have worked hard to protect. Tragically, in the San Francisco Bay Area, officials report finding 4 homeless people who died from hypothermia. In Texas, freezing conditions there closed schools and businesses and left 250,000 people without power. At the Dallas-Fort Worth airport yesterday, some 1,000 flights were canceled. And in the Midwest, Ohio and other states are suffering through heavy snow, and Arkansas has lots of slippery roads. So overall, it's been a cold weather mess heading from coast to coast. It's also been dangerous, as you said. Now, 10 confirmed deaths have been blamed on this storm. Erica?
All right, Mark Potter, thank you. Dylan is back in New York this morning after spending the last several days out there in the elements, essentially moving along with the storm. You're tracking the storm for us this morning, and the ripple effect here is really enormous as well.
Oh, for sure. And I don't even know how I made it out of Fort Smith, Arkansas yesterday. Whiteout conditions, ice everywhere, but somehow the crews de-iced the plane, and we made it out. We are, though, seeing now the remnants of storm number 1. There's going to be a second storm that I'll show you in just a second. A few lighter showers and some heavier downpours with some thunderstorm activity across parts of the Carolinas. But here's our second storm. You can see the snow is pretty intense across the highest elevations back in California. That's what's going to start moving eastward. We'll see some snow in Salt Lake City through the day today. But then tomorrow morning, the snow fills in through the northern plains and then moves up into Minneapolis and into the Chicago area as well. Watch what happens, though. By 10 p.m. on Sunday, we're looking at some snow in New York City. However, it is going to change over to rain as we go into Sunday night and Monday. For today, though, we do have several winter storm warnings in the higher elevations moving into the Rockies through the day today. And we are going to see the threat possibly in Aspen up to around 9 to 12 inches of snow. But I want to show you what happens as we go through the rest of the weekend. We are going to see some moderate amounts of snow through the northern plains and western Great Lakes as we go into tomorrow morning. Then we're going to see some ice, perhaps 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of ice from Ohio right down into Virginia. Even Raleigh, North Carolina could end up with a coating of ice that could disrupt travel down that way. And then as we go into Sunday night and Monday, that's when the snow is going to accumulate in parts of central and northern New England with perhaps as much as 9 inches of snow, especially in the ski resorts. So it is still going to be bad, and we'll watch it as we go through the weekend.
A blanket of white covers the plains right now. Snow and ice wrecking communities from Texas through Ohio. Near whiteout conditions in Mount Vernon, Illinois have created a mess for those who have to be on the roads, while in Indianapolis, police are responding to dozens of accidents due to the ice.
It felt like my car was kind of weaving back and forth just because it was so slick.
Across the strike zone, crews are doing what they can, scraping, salting, and sanding, trying to stay ahead of the storm with heavy equipment, while it's a hands-on task for others battling the elements.
You have to be prepared for it. It changes fast, but stay ready for it.
There is no way to prepare for the weight of the ice as it builds. It brought down this marina and cracked a water main in communities outside of Dallas. The ice has also snapped tree limbs and power lines. Tens of thousands are without electricity in the bitter cold right now. Crews rushing in as fast as they can, but there's concern the problems will grow as the storm continues to deliver high winds, snow, ice, and misery as it marches to the east. With thousands of families.
What's your favorite part of the snow?
The hot chocolate.
Trying to make the best they can out of a wintry mess. A mess that won't get any better anytime soon. Temperatures across the region not expected to climb above freezing until late this weekend, and another system could bring more winter weather early next week. Jay Gray, NBC News, Little Rock.